Well, welcome back to Lucky H Ranch. So today we're going to do a little review on this Canvino chickenwaterer kit. My daughter and son-in-law have one, and they say it works really good. And we've had a lot of issues with the stuff we've been using, so we're going to put one of these together and try it out, and we'll see how it goes. So let's get started with it. We got our tees that the little water cups screw into. And we got pieces of pipe because I guess they want them about 8 inches, 10 inches apart. So let's get started gluing this together. So what I like to do is I put a little bit of glue inside the fitting and a little bit on the pipe itself. Doesn't have to be a lot. Just a little bit all the way around it. And when I push it together, I hold it for about 10, 15 seconds. And what we want to do is we want to get these as level as possible as far as up and down direction, because you want all your water cups to sit about equal. So we got to be careful how we're screwing these, or gluing these together, I should say here. And I think what I'll do is just do two at a time instead of trying to glue the whole entire piece together. I probably should take this brace off my hand so I don't end up with glue all over it. Yeah, I went out and looked at the water system we had for the chickens the other day, and we had just been out 2 days before that looking at it. Well, when I went out, it was bone dry, so it's time to do something about it. It's probably a real good idea to always put a ball valve shut off in line. This way, if you ever have a problem, you can just shut it down here and fix your issues versus having to go shut your whole pump system down that affects your house and everything else. So we always put a ball valve in. We need Teflon tape. So what we do is we put Teflon tape on the threads, and that'll help seal it and keep it from leaking. And you can get Teflon tape about anywhere. Hardware store, the big box stores like Home Depot. You can get it anywhere. And what I do is I put about 5 or 6 rounds of it on, or loops. And then when I tighten it in, I don't go super tight, because if you tighten it in too far, it rips all that Teflon tape. Now you got a water leak again. So, good enough. Maybe a little snug with a wrench, and that's about it. Okay, we need... Oh, and this will hook to the hose side, so we need to Teflon tape this one. Okay, so we can screw this onto the valve, and then all of our cup connections can glue right into this. We'll go ahead and glue all these together now, but we don't want to glue it into this until after we thread this on, because we don't know where it's going to stop. And if these are glued on and they're not in the right spot, then we're in trouble. So we'll glue those into this very last. Well, I think I'm just going to do 6 cups, because the wall I'm going to put it on in there, we don't have that much room. Doesn't seem like, so I think we'll just do 6 cups instead of all 8. So you cap the far end, and we can always cut that back off and put a coupling on it and go ahead and attach 2 more later on if we need to. Well, there we go. Our manifold is all put together. Just let it dry for a little bit, and we'll be ready to go out and get it installed and then attach all of our cups. While we're waiting a little bit for this glue to dry and we go out and install it, I just wanted to show you guys, this kit actually comes with a float and another attachment to hook this to a plastic 55-gallon drum or metal, whatever you want to hook it to. So if you don't have a water supply there, you can just fill up that 55-gallon drum with water, and your chickens or quail or whatever you got will have water for several weeks. And then you just fill the bucket back, or you can hook a water supply to that. This way, if you're out in the country and your power goes down so your pump doesn't work, you've got 55 gallons of water reserved for your animals until you can get power back on or your pump fixed or whatever the issue might be. So let's go ahead and go outside and let's get this installed. We got the old water machine all torn out, and as you can see here, laying the new water line down, it comes past the door, so it's still too long. We're gonna have to figure something else out. So we're going to cut it in half and put a 90 in it, and I'll show you how we're doing that. Well, I apologize, it's pretty tight in here, so it might be hard to see, but I'm going to try my best to let you guys see everything I'm doing. So what we want to do is we want to cut this in half and do an L shape with it, but we need these outlets to still line up and not be off. So what I do is I put a mark on the pipe with a Sharpie, just like that, and my 90 I put a mark on each side, so I know these lines, when we put it together, need to line up, and it'll keep everything straight. So we'll take our PVC cutters and we'll cut right through the middle of that line. There we go. Now we're ready to glue in our 90. Oh boy, I did the wrong one, dummy. Just like that. Okay, so now we can strap it in like this and go ahead and glue the other fitting on the end of it to attach to our hose bib. Then we'll let it dry for about 10 minutes and we'll be ready to put the cups on and turn the water on. So now this piece has to be installed. I apologize that there's not enough room in here for you guys to be able to see all this as I'm doing it. But I just went ahead and glued the valve in to our manifold. So now we're ready to mount it onto the wall and screw in all the cups. Okay, and each of the cups has a little rubber grommet on it, so when you screw them in, that'll keep it from leaking. You just run it in snug, and when the cup's flush and flat, that's all it needs to be. Okay, well, come to find out, these cups can't handle the pressure coming straight off a supply line. They need to be gravity fed so that they'll shut off properly. Too much water pressure from like the main line just blows right past the seal in here and they leak everywhere. So we need to run it into a bucket with a float and then have the bucket gravity feed into these cups. So let's get started doing that. 2 different hole saws came with the kit. The bigger one is for your inlet supply with the float valve, and then the small one is going to be down low in the bucket where your gravity fed pressure coming out. So we need to go up fairly high. Well, with these grooves on here, that kind of makes it tough. I think what we'll do is go just below them. Okay, we got our hole drilled there. Get that edge cleaned up so we have a nice smooth surface. All right, and I think there's two. Yeah. It may only be one rubber washer. Okay, so we need it to sit flush like this in the bucket to where when water comes in and pushes up, it shuts it off. It drops, it lets water in. So you don't want to go too tight with this because it is just plastic and it will break. We just want to go nice and snug so that O-ring gets a good seal so it won't leak. That's all we're wanting. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. That's what it looks like. And then it moves back and forth in there. Now we need to drill our small hole where the water comes out. We'll go on this other side here. And I'm going to come up about 1.5 inches or so that if any dirt or sediment does happen to get in the bucket, at least it'll settle below it and it won't be going into their drinking cups. Okay, we have our inlet with a float and our outlet. Let's go get it installed. Okay, we've got our supply line coming in here with our float, and it comes out down here and goes into the line for all the cups. So let's get it turned on and see how well it works. The bucket's filling up, so when it gets about 3/4 full, it'll push this ball up valve up, float, and shut the water off. And as they drink it, it fill back up. No? Let's give it a minute to fill up, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, our bucket's just about full. You can hear the float getting quieter, so that means it's getting ready to shut off. And when I look down at all the cups now, none of them are leaking water. Yep, they're working perfect. So now we just keep an eye on it and check it a couple times a week. And we'll put this lid on here because chickens will end up on top of it. And then you know what'll end up in the bucket in the water. Okay, well, we got the water system installed. It's working really good. And if anybody's interested in one of these, you can click on the link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out. I appreciate you being here today, and we'll see you in the next one.